and I think it's great. And I encourage people to get your book and read about it. Breaking from the system of like you discussed, 7 out of 10 people are
Yes.
have some sort of trauma. To get
Yes.
out of the system is difficult. In today's society, think about how complex and busy everybody is. Like you
Right.
said, you wake up, you get ready for work, you take your kids, there's constant challenges throughout the day, and not many people have the time to sit back and reflect on, like, okay, I need to make myself get happy and relax a little bit. How is this achievable in our complex, crazy digital world that we live in?
Yeah, we're gonna do it on you right now. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release through the mouth. Soft shoulders, soft elbows, soft knees. Another deep breath in through the nose. Now release all the stories and the drama, all the things we have to do, all the things that are not done. And one more deep breath in. Connecting with me through Chi, eternal energy, the breath of life that connects us all, that ensures that our bodies are working even when we're not trying, that the planets didn't crash into each other at the middle of the night. Take one more deep breath in. And now gently open your eyes and just feel how it feels to be right here, right now, talking, listening, seeing, hearing, remembering the ability that we have to hug, the ability that we have to be in gratitude, the ability we have to compliment, the ability to just touch yourself right here in the heart. Just hold your heart right here and just take a breath and ask yourself, am I happy? Am I happy? Truly right now in this minute, without thinking about anyone or anything, am I happy?
I got a smile on my face.
Exactly. And cute dimples there too. That took how many seconds?
Mm-hmm.
So if we, and I have clients, they put on their alarm, top of the hour, no matter what you're doing, just stop. Push yourself away. Join my social media. I post, give yourself a break with Dr. Marissa, whenever I can, and just stop. And just for that second, think about all the things that you have been able to accomplish. Like all the things that you've done today, all the things that you did yesterday, all the things that are good in your life. It's called, the tool is called Take a Bite of My Gratitude Sandwich. The quickest way to get happy, and answering your question, how do we achieve this? Well, we step out of the race, right? And we take a pause, we freeze frame where we are, and just start the day with 8 specific things that you are grateful for. So I'm gonna play with you. You do 4, and I'm gonna do 4, all right? And quickly, and you cannot say my friends and family, that's too general, okay? So first thing is, I'm grateful that I was able to sell my Jaguar. You.
I'm grateful that I got up and exercised this morning.
I'm grateful that my daughter just called me and we got a little soundbite together before this interview.
I'm grateful I had a FaceTime with my kids just before this interview.
I'm grateful that I'm looking outside at this incredible view of the ocean and the sun is out and I'm solar powered, so that's a good thing.
I'm grateful that by this time next year, I will be in a better place.
I'm grateful that people are being helped by this book in terms of helping themselves find that they are loving, lovable, and loved.
And I'm grateful that we were finally able to get together and do this podcast.
There you go. 8 specific things that you're grateful for first thing in the morning before you start thinking about what you need to do. If you have to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. But then come back and do that 8 gratitudes. And then I like to meditate. Meditate is as simple as turning the mind off. So I just breathe and I watch my breath. I put my timer on for 15 minutes. And then all day, I look for things that are good. It's called FTG, find the good. So it's you're extending your gratitude. And at the end of the night, you are grateful for yourself. 8 specific things that you appreciate about yourself. So instead of saying, I'm glad that so-and-so is so-and-so, I will say, you know, I appreciate that I got this done. I appreciate that I have 88% good relationships with my daughters. I appreciate that I was kind to somebody. I appreciate that I didn't cut this person off. I appreciate that I didn't say what was on my mind to that person. I appreciate that I apologized to someone. I appreciate that I got a lot done today. I appreciate that I want what's best for everyone around me. So 8 specific, very carefully crafted appreciations about myself. And when you do that, you can sleep. We don't sleep. People have sleep problems because they're not happy. They're constantly thinking about what's wrong with the world and what's wrong with me and what isn't done or what can't be done and the problems. No wonder we need sleep medication, but then the sleep medication gives you side effects. You know, 7 out of 10 Americans are on anti-something on medicine. And I'm not, you know, I'm not preaching against pharmaceuticals. I'm just saying that, you know, no one talks about the side effects, the main effects. You know, it's a temporary fix. And many people are taking anti stuff and they're still anti. So, and now they're suffering from side effects. So I'm always about you know, the solution to your dis-ease with life is you. You're at the center of it. So let's work on you. The love that you've always looked for is here, is not there. So it's all about you, not in the, you know, I'm so full of myself. But we walk around, most of us, thinking we're a piece of shiitake. Almost everybody I know has that voice in their head that tells them they're not good enough. There's something wrong with them. And that dis-ease carries through the rest of everything. All your relationships, all your work, all your self-talk, all your everything. So let's start here. Let's work on this first.
I think a big contribution also to the overwhelming pressure that can be put on people today is social media. There's both benefits and, you know, negative effects of social media. I mean, the positive effect is, look, we were able to connect and do something together, hopefully to improve and help people out and give them some guidance to go towards your book or listen to your story and help them with their lives. But then we have the effect that cyberbullying, cyber shaming, just the lack of face-to-face conversation, the overwhelming amount of information that people have access to at the tip of their finger.
Yeah.
Do you recommend that people how much time should people be spending on social media when you're trying to get through your day and where it's not overwhelming and it's not actually causing a negative effect on you?
Sure, great question. The moment that it doesn't feel good, stop.
Yeah.
I have a rule. I have never, and I'm grateful for this, I have never, even when I'm really, really pissed off at someone or something or a product or service, I have never, ever put anything negative on my social media. And if everybody did that, we'd be really good. Now, the other thing is you are the boss of you, right? And yes, there are plenty of benefits to the connection, plenty of benefits for, you know, finding out how people are doing and, you know, but the only one who can control, you know, there's no hard and fast rule. But when you're doing it, if you're affirming yourself, if you're affirming someone else, then do it. If you start getting in an argument with someone on social media, I have this little saying that I love. It's called step away from the device and just back up and quit, because all of that is a couple of things. One is you're trying to get someone to understand where you're coming from. And no one will ever 100% understand where you're coming from, because you're unique in all of the ways that you're unique. We are all, there's 7.3 billion of us who are completely different. So trying to get anyone to get you and try to, agree with you is difficult. And why try? It doesn't matter. So here's the most important principle here is from a saying that I love. It's called, when there is no enemy inside, then no enemy outside can hurt you. So that's a profound way of saying sticks and stones can break my bones, but names can never hurt me. But what happens is, if you are sensitive and have a button to be pushed, then you're going to get your button pushed. But if I can say, when someone says something, that's interesting. Now, I'm sorry I have to go. or that's interesting, you see it that way. And I'm not the boss of how you think. I don't, it's not much. I had a guest on, Dr. Terry Cole Whitaker, who has a best-selling book, says, what you think of me is none of my business. And then I take that further and say, what I think of you is none of your business. Mm-hmm. So if we, if we lost that desire to be right, we would have peace on the earth, right? So if I can totally and fully say, it really doesn't matter what you think, it matters what I think. And if I think I am correct for me, that's all that matters. If you want to disagree with that, that is your prerogative and you're right. And this is hard. It's hard as parents. You think that the way to happiness for your children is this, and this. And I've had to learn that too. They're on their own path. Everybody is on their own path. Let them live their path. If they have to learn the hard way, learn the hard way. But there's blessings in everything, no matter what happens. When shift happens in my life, I say, Rah! For 16 seconds, less than 16 seconds, and then I say, I can't wait to see what good comes out of this. That's my discipline. And then boom, something good will happen. This book was born out of losing a $200,000 consulting project with a big company. And I remember I was in the garage, I had the unexecuted copy of the contract in my hand, and the phone rang and the HR director said, sorry, your sponsoring executive just got laid off, so there is no project. And I'm like, oh, 16 seconds, that's the law of attraction. Don't want to do any more than 16 seconds or you'll draw more of the same to yourself.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Subscribe to the show, like it, and comment. Also, if you want the audio version because you're traveling, you're in a car, and you can't watch it, you don't have time to watch the episodes, you could go in the show notes. There is a link provided. Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio, whatever your pleasure may be. Join me and listen via the audio versions on those other platforms, okay? But I really like YouTube. I like the way it's working out. And if you can, subscribe. The more subscribers, the better the content I can provide you, and it costs you nothing. So I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.